been an excellent event. I found last year's very useful, and I thought the speakers were excellent, and this year they've done it again. They've got pulled some really interesting speakers out.
Everybody that's here is very keen to know how technology can help tourism industry, and that's great for us because we're obviously, we're a technical tool that they can use to improve their communication.
Yeah, very interesting. I think we were keen to find out a little bit more about how mobile apps and social apps are converging for tourism businesses, and certainly a couple of the speakers were quite expansive on that topic. So yeah, really pleased actually with what we learned today. So yeah, really good.
The presentation's called Monetizing the Fringe Apps. It could equally be called How do you fit this into this, and why would you bother?
My belief is that social, mobile and location-based services, now, if you were wondering 2 or 3 years ago whether to get into social media, location and mobile is like that now. It's like if you're wondering whether to get in, stop wondering and just get into it.
So what has happened, because everyone has a device on them and there's a browser and there's a data connection, is that it's changing what it means to actually access the internet. Accessing the internet used to be very much of an activity. You would sit down at a desk, you would have a keyboard, you would have a power supply, you'd have good lighting, you'd have really good unlimited data connection, you'd probably have a lot of privacy because you were at home or in a cubicle. The best computer is now very much the one that you happen to have with you at that point.
I mean, it's just interesting to see that, how different people are, I suppose, dipping their toes in the water of digital technology and how they can use it.
We've come over from Glasgow today. Obviously there's a lot of Edinburgh-based companies, but we've come over and there's been a lot of interesting talks, indeed on strategy, on things to do with how you use your data, future developments, and things to do with a more social and a sort of comment on potential things happening in the future, and obviously a chance to see some blogs and the potential out there, using applications in tourism.
So what were we going for? What was the point in all this? Well, our holy grail was one tap purchase. This is what we wanted. We wanted to minimise the effort that anyone had to put in. How did we get to that? Well, unfortunately, the whole journey to get there is somewhat complicated.
These are photos of all my encounters with QR codes over the course of a weekend. Actually, it wasn't all encounters because there were too many. What's intriguing to me is that 15 of those don't work properly. They either don't resolve the URL, they're pushing content to a non-mobile optimized page.
It bugs me that people don't share enough. In the oil industry, in the pharmaceutical industry, people share data, and they've got huge industries in the entertainment sector, in the tourism sector, in the retail sector. People don't share data.
Just understand your customers, and they're all different stages, different lifestyles, different life stages as well, and they will engage in different ways.
I think it's quite unusual you come to an event like this and people are actually saying, please could you get in touch, instead of you feeling like you're really pestering everyone, so that's good.
I've already had 2 very interesting chats and very much in a collaborative approach, using our technology and integrating with someone else's. It was excellent.
We've had some great ideas for mobile apps, but we've never really gone to the stage of developing them yet, and I think having met a couple of the companies who specialise in that now, I can see us picking up the phone to them in the next week or so and seeing how we progress that a little bit further.